The other thing I like us to talk about is voters turnout. When I look at voter turnouts in Lagos, it's it, it's between 15 to 20% of people actually collected their PVCs, and the voter turnout in Ekiti. And when you look at the number of votes that the APC presidential candidate actually won to emerge victorious in Ekiti State, it was a little bit more than 200,000 votes. And the candidate of the PDP was close to 90,000 votes. It actually shows that the voter turnout in these two states and peradventure in other part of the country is really, really low. Could you please reflect on the reasons for this voter turnout? Is it a statement from the people against a democracy that has largely been elusive in terms of providing democratic dividends that that could help enhance the livelihood condition of our people? What actually experienced this voter suppression? I like to start with Elijah Khadija on this.
Thank you very much. The issue of low voter turnout is not has been helping on for some time now. Like we recall during the 2019 election, this is one of the report item that we did too. That there were low voters turnout, and if you look at the situation of the country, we are let's say people are just trying to survive. There is no motivation, nothing that's really trying to motivate an ordinary Nigerian to go and vote out. The issue of cash out is there, insecurity is there, a lot of things, a lot of issues, in like not being happy with the government in power. These are things, these are all the issues that sum up to, some people say, why would I want to go and vote? After all, they will do what they will do. After all, even my vote will not count. So these are some of the issues that leads to low voter turnout. Even if you look at, if I was also looking at our reports yesterday, like you have a polling booth that you have accredited like 200 voters registered there, and you have about 800 of it that came out for voting, and it's happened all over. Looking at our reports, so there is huge low, there's percentage of voters turnout is still very low. And I think a lot of things that can really encourage this when we have, if the government in power, if they come around, if they like try to look at these issues that has to do with that is taking people out of poverty. So there's lots of poverty, there's a lot of anger on the land. So people will think, why will I want to go and vote? So this is the call on government, to try as much as possible to look at those policies that they are doing, that policies that can improve the lives of of the common Nigerians, that can make the Nigeria to really believe in government. So I think these are things that they need to do. So as it is now, that Nigerians are not really happy with the government. They know there's nothing jarring them. There's no money. A lot of things, lot of issues. So these are you can't have all this and you think everybody will come out. For example, is even the collection of PVCs. There are a lot of uncollected PVCs that are there that will have to wait until another 4 years before they want to use it anymore. And if you look at the trend, it's not now, it's coming up, but it's just that it's reducing. It's reducing. So I hope the government will look at these policies and implementations and what will make what will better the life of Nigerians, that will remove us from poverty. These are issues that will make the Nigerians come out in votes, that will increase the level of voters turnout. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it for your detailed response.
Yeah.
Your thought on this, Alaji Tajudeen Alabedi.
Now, let me start by using the polling unit that I covered yesterday as a case study. They have 750 voters, registered voters on their list, but only 202 were accredited, those who were able to vote. And able to vote, meaning that everybody that came to vote voted, not that some were turned back. Now, and when you look at 202 out of 750, that is just about 26.93%, less than 30%. Just a little over a quarter of the voters who were supposed to vote in that polling unit. And that's abysmally low, less than 30%, less than 40%. And there, I don't know, even though this is a democracy, it is the role of whoever is able to come out to vote, to be some kind of threshold for us to say, okay, we really had a fair election, should be an acceptable percentage, for example, before you could say, okay, the election really was fair. Is it that, okay, even if just about 10% come out to vote, then we declare the result and the remaining 90%, we don't need to care about them? I think there have to be some kind of threshold going forward. I don't know if that is realistic, but I'm just talking as a pragmatic idealist in a way. Now, another thing that I want to say is that, like my sister mentioned, the government needs to be very sensitive about its policies, irrespective of the party that is in power. You can't come out with fundamental policies just few weeks to a major election. Fundamental policy that you are sure will impose some hardship. You come with some hardship. The hardship cannot be denied. It is better imagined than experienced. And we know what people have been going through. People who have, those who have money, many don't have access to their funds, to their cash. It is a very terrible thing. And having such a policy, when you are just about 2 months to the election, I think the policy was, I think it was announced end of November or early December or thereabout. And here we are now in February, just about 2 months later, you're having a national election. I think government, whoever is in power, whichever party that is in power, needs to be sensitive to the plight of the people. Month before the election, that is not the time for us to be seeing a major policy shift. It is very, very inhumane, for example, for the people who have been troubled by so many other lacks. For example, aside from the cash issue, fuel scarcity is there, light is not stable, and a lot of other issues that they battle with. The inflation rate is high. We continue to blame the global economic system, but these are reality, whether global or local. These are realities that people are facing, negative realities that they are facing, and you now impose this kind of policy when it is just about 2 months to an election. It is an unfair kind of policy, and that could have been partially responsible for the low turnout. But like I gave the instance of the polling unit that I observed fully yesterday, just about 26%, 26.9% of the voters, less than 27% actually voted. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So